Yeah, same here. So we're gonna lick our wounds, and we're just gonna go to MNQ. Usually, I
Okay.
start trading 3 to 5 micros.
Respect.
Try to get
The
myself
size
back to
on
break.
half.
Yeah.
Half. Okay, very good. Oh
So the next
yes.
level.
No, they just so VWAP was the play. Who knew? VWAP. Hindsight capital. You should have gotten short of VWAP. 68 20. ES. I'm gonna get a VWAP in ES is 68.45, so about 25 points higher. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, should have taken the first time that it went to the first level I have there. The second level is, I believe, the highs from what was then all-time highs. Sorry, let me go out to 4 hours here.
Shit. All right. Let's carry moving
Uh,
markets right now.
those are the highs from October 8th before we had the big tantrum on that Friday. Tariffs part 2.
Kashkari hitting here. Inflation still too high at 3%. Kashkari, I see mixed signals from the economy. You know, talk about this. A lot of the Fed talk has not been very bullish. Let's put it that way.
Nope.
Some sectors of the labor market look under pressure. I have not, besides Myron, a lot of the Fed speak has not been, I would say, positive outlook. Trying to drive a message here, and the markets aren't necessarily responding the way they. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, on this, the Fed watch is down to 53.4%.
Is it okay?
For the
Okay.
cut.
All right.
So,
It's working then. Okay. They're trying. I
It's
mean,
that coin flip that we all love.
They are. They're all. I mean, they are all on message. They are gold. I'm sorry, crude selling off here. $58.89 last trade.
Still a 25 tick range.
There is. All right, Thomas. I want to get in your head a little bit. Licking your wounds. Come back. You're down what? It's all right.
1370.
13.7. Cutting down. See, so the rule is three losers, and then you cut down your size, maybe even call it a day. That's typically so what 3 to 5 micros, essentially, and
Yeah.
your setups. You still stick to the strategy. Are you still?
It's still
Same
the strategy.
just the size.
Yeah, I tend to just widen my stop. Like that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm already back in 4 micros. I still love this level, and I'm willing
What'd
to
you
risk
buy?
it. It's okay. Like I said, an average daily loss actually is the full 2,000, and I don't mind that because typically my risk is that is 2 trades. So if I'm making more than that on an average day, which I am, that's totally fine. Obviously today I'm just clearly wrong every single trade. Classic on stream, and that's all right. My green days are usually bigger than this, and then when I have those blowout green days, they're much bigger. So I'm totally fine losing a grand or two. But I find I'm usually not down less than $1,000. It's either I push it and I get green, or I take another trade or two, like I did today, and I'm down the full 2K, and then I'm done for the day. I usually do push it though.
You said long 4 MNQ.
Yes, at 28, we're already down 30 points. Pretty incredible.
I'm gonna hold these 300 new lows. Just did print in the ES 6813. Buyer's giving a shot to hold here.
I feel like I have the right levels today. I just get stopped out, and then I try to counter trend it, and then it just keeps going in the original direction. So that's totally fine.
well, now we're having some fun.
Waiting for more from Kashkari. Interesting. Fed watch. You said it's in the 50% now.
Like 53%.
Bulls be coming out. When's Waller speak? Does Waller speak today? Waller speakers later today. Musalem at 11:15. Hammock at 11:20 a.m. Central Time. Yeah, I mean they were they're voicing concern. I'll put it that way. They're trying to tell us. Markets are finally listening. And that's what the push higher in gold was all about. All right, Hogue. We
Yeah.
got those initial balance. We got those initial balance prices, high and low, right? What we got those about 9 minutes ago. We set those. What do we do with it? What are we looking for right now? Because we just peaked beneath initial balance low in the ES. We made new lows at 68.13. What do we look for now?
So I mean, what we're looking at here is a potential for a failed downside auction. We looked below the initial balance low of 68.17. Uh, if we kind of hold above that and close this 30-minute bar above that level, that kind of leaves this buying tail at the bottom here, saying that, you know what, sellers backed off, buyers took over, the downside auction may be over, and a new upside auction may ensue. We've got a little bit of time to wait. If you're going to take the trade now, it's preemptive. It's a lower probability. But so far, the trend is to the downside. So if we close this 30-minute bar below the initial balance low, probability is that the market is accepting lower pricing, and we could continue to press lower. So really, we're kind of biding our time around this initial balance. If you do want to preempt it, you can keep it relatively cheap. But I'm gonna just be patient, wait to see what happens with this, because it may give us more clues as to what may happen as the day goes on. So we'll watch. We do not have the failed downside auction in the NASDAQ. So it's one thing I'm also kind of thinking about if I'm going to try and preempt along in the ES. I don't see a failed downside auction in the NASDAQ just yet. We'll have to see how this plays out. We do have also a similar sort of situation, possible failed downside auction in crude oil. And there it is. So again, 30-minute bar looks below the initial balance low, closes back above it. That leaves this as a buying tail and a potential failed downside auction. There's a little bit more information here in gold, because this is a continuation move below the initial balance. So the initial balance, and this is the 720 to 820 initial balance. It's a little bit different on a 30-minute chart, but I like the 720 open. So once we close this 30-minute bar below there, that's marking possible acceptance of lower pricing. And even if we get a look back up inside the initial balance, I'm still kind of looking for shorts in that. So we're seeing some continuation to the downside. No failed downside auction in gold. Potential continuation to the downside. There's a couple other special situations that are in play right now. We can talk about those later if you want. But as far as the IB, as long as we hold below that IB, I like the shorts in gold. We'll see what happens in the S&P and the NASDAQ here in the next 15 minutes. And you can get some good information in the domes from the markets at that 10 o'clock, 10:30, at the half hour and the hour. You might see some interesting price action that can kind of give the opportunity a little tip of the hat in your direction. We'll watch it. We'll see if we get a good look at it.
Mr. Asshole. Good to have you back, man. Great to have you back.
Mr.
Click
G,
subscribe.
Good to
Click
be back.
like. Where else are you getting that? Good to see tapped on some new lows there in the ES, Jack. 68, 12 half.
Mm-hmm.
Get the go to
I mean,
short
we're
one.
about
Yeah.
we're still not 2% off the all-time highs in the SPX. Just to put things in perspective.
I got you. VIX trending higher.
You guys did see it's official, right? With Michael Burry, deregisters his hedge fund.
That's all she wrote. Bummer.
Yep. Yep. He will be remembered.
Still in this, Thomas?
Session lows?
I was gonna say that's how I feel today. Yeah, I'm still in it.
You beat yourself up, man. You're beating yourself up.
It's just one day. It's one day, man.
You're doing fantastic, man. Your analysis, your insights, fantastic. So when you start talking shit to the chat, Thomas, you filed up the chat. You riled
That's
up
the
the
down
chat.
bump.
You riled up the
The
chat. And,
bad juju out there, and now the market lost.
yes. Well, see, they're all
Blame the
pulling for
chat.
you. When in doubt. Top of the hour here, about 15 minutes. Anything from more from Cash Kari? Nope. Just three headlines. Inflation still too high at 3%. I see mixed signals from the economy, and some sectors of the labor market look under pressure. We're hearing a lot about the labor market. Not very much positive coming from that. Besides Hassett, who's like, "I will give you the good stuff, not the bad stuff."
Mm.
I saw that
Mm.
saw that coming from my layup.
So we're watching the dome here in the S&Ps, and on the extension of the initial balance, we're seeing a robust dome. There's lots of orders being placed, lots of orders being canceled. Price is moving quickly, not even necessarily, it doesn't even have to necessarily be directionally, but there's a lot of eyeballs on this. I'm looking at this as potential continuation to the downside.
Yeah. Yes. New low is 68.
Got the IB low on the NASDAQ.
Got stopped out
Well, we're
there.
at my
Nice short, and nice ad. Honestly, I just got stopped out again.
Thank you. Yeah, the ad wasn't too bad up there at 480s, huh?
25,000
Yeah,
two
good.
five
200 points.
230
points.
Dakota, you looking for 200s?
220s.
220.
Yes, sir.
And what's the significance of that price?
That's about. It's not an exact price. Let's make sure we understand. It's not an exact price. It's a zone, but
Okay.
that's where we're going to be filling this gap from the week, right? We're right in the middle of the gap now. We're starting to fill it, but these 220s would get it filled. And it's this trade's not just because there's a gap there. There's a lot more involved in this particular trade. That's why we had that breakdown, a retest. I added, and looking for that continuation down. So
Damn.
yeah, Braden, Jack asked what could bring this market lower to go test the low, like these lows. Well, we found it. Sure enough.
More new lows here. 6,800s in
Mm.
sight. In sight in the ES. 4 points to go. Picking up steam to the downside here in the Nasdaq as well. 25,234.
This is prime time viewing.
6790, Jack. We're looking.
Possibly, but I'm not going to catch the knife. We got to see. I'm still kicking myself for not taking the. Just didn't do what I planned to do. Hit the first level. I should have been in it here when it came back through it.
Yeah.
But there was some consolidation there. This is just pounding on the lows. So we will see.
Yes. Oh, what's Delta? Is it heavy negative? I want to know what it was about an hour ago.
Not heavy. Negative
No?
2,400 in the S&Ps.
No kidding.
Negative 1,600 in the NASDAQ. So not
Oh.
real heavy.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're still seeing this E-mini dome as relatively robust.
What do you mean by that? They're just size on the bids?
Just just the way just the way it's moving. Price is moving around a lot. You're seeing lots of orders being placed and canceled. Just by looking at the dome, it just feels like there's a lot of eyeballs on it.
Huh?
If we broke below the initial balance low and it died, then I would say that's probably a reversal. But we're seeing, some good participation down here. People care that it's down here. And if that's the case, then selling could beget more selling. That's the idea of that.
Only you, that right there, that insight that comes from decades of experience. Can't learn that in a chalkboard. Can't learn that in a textbook. That is just decades of watching, pattern recognition, feeling the market.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I'm right.
I never ask a trader how long, what their biggest update, biggest long down day is. I just ask them how long they've been doing it, and that's all you need to know. Looking for new lows here.
And
We're
there's my 220s. There's my 220s, chat. So
crazy.
I know it sounded crazy. It might have looked crazy, but that's trading
226.
sometimes.
Nice.
226. Is the gap full? We filled the gap.
Gap has been filled, Andre.
I
The gap
wonder
has been
what this-
officially filled in my book.
Are you flat?
No,
Still short.
no, I'm
Looking for
gonna,
more room.
I'm gonna trail it. If I was in
There you
the
go.
multiple positions, sure, I'll get flat. But
That's up.
let's just keep going.
That's up.
Let's
Yeah.
not stop this party. We keep
6,800.
going.
6,800 even in the ES lows. 6,800 even. We're not going to see the 67 handle. Come on. There's got to be stops down there. Oh, 25,222. Lows in the NQ.
All right.
S&Ps are pretty far from even filling that weekend gap that we just filled in the NASDAQ.
Yeah. Thank you, NVIDIA.
Yeah, where are we at there?
If we go to my screen, I'm looking at it. You know, the futures gap is this purple box, but I was just looking if you want to do the actual close,
4%.
it would be down around 67.53 or something.
Buyers are holding that bid and the ES 6801, now 02s.
There's a big round number, 200 points lower than this. 25,000 to the Nasdaq.
Oh, what do you got for weekly kickoff lows in NQ in ES? Kind of tops up daily levels. Those pins at the top of the chat.
Weekly kickoff lows, S&P is 65.70.
No kidding.
Yeah. And in the NASDAQ, it's 23,883. 23,883.
Okay.
Well, next stop on the docket in the ES 67.94, which is where we bounced. V bounced on Monday.
The VIX is at 19. Palantir's down 5%. Tesla's down 5.5%. Broadcom 4.5%.
Tesla's down 5.5%.
Yeah, 5.5%. Google down 3%. Nvidia down 4%. So the Nasdaq's only down 1.5%. I say only, but I mean there's still more room. The way it's looking.
Just really
A lot of
feels
trades
like it.
deflating. Quantum's down 10% across the board after the same thing yesterday. The CEO of one of those places announced selling a bunch of their stock, which is rarely a good sign for companies with 10 billion in market cap and $1 million in revenue or something. True story. Some of those companies had like reported revenue was like $3 million, and the market cap was like 12 billion.
Yeah.
Office, damn man, they are pulling
Get
teeth.
well, getting good.
Pulling teeth. Trying to tap on these lows. Point off the lows, the 6801 last trade. 10 points off the lows in the NQ of 25,222. Gold stuck right back at that sweet number, 4,200. Yes.
Yeah. I'm starting to wonder if this break in the equities is putting a bid under gold.
I feels, well.
You might be. Yeah, there's
There
a little bit
go.
more.
There's your stop. There's your stop. 6797 new lows ES. Now we're accelerating the downside in the NQ as well. 215, 25,000, 215, now 212s. Got them for 200s, 203 new lows. Damn.
All right, let's see. 25,000 here is possible.
94.
25,000. That is, well, 25,079 is 5% off the all-time high in NASDAQ futures.
Okay.
What? Okay. Mm.
Well, we're approaching what would be like the regular hours, like the SPX gap. I can show that for
Probably
regular
our
trading
5
hours.
minutes. Yeah.
You can see this here would be that. Currently, we are now down more than 2% from the highs. 3% would be enhanced. 3% would involve filling that whole gap.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
25,200.
we're a long way away from 5% off the all-time high in the S&Ps.
Oh, I mean,
We are.
hey.
6606.
I mean, this isn't panic selling. VIX is still beneath 20. I mean,
Yeah.
that
Yeah, we're at
It's
19.
in it.
500 line comes in on the bid, 67.97 in the yes bid just flashed in there. Another 67.99. 500 comes in there. Back to back 500 lots coming in on the bid in the ES.
Buyers coming in.
Filled. Buyers did just step in
Temporarily.
almost to the top of the
Another 300 on the bid.
another 500 lot. Look at that. 3 500 lots.
Mm.
Is that what time is it right
You're,
now?
you're watching me.
10
Lows
o'clock.
and lows in. 94 is printed. 67.94. Half. Thomas, next setup. Thomas, next F at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It would have to be a bigger time frame setup. These are the kinds of days that can keep selling off, but we are getting close to the time of day where
Maybe
it
next.
does reverse. So yeah, I don't know. I've got 200, or no, I only have $100 worth of room. That's like 60 points, 50 points on one micro.
We got this.
Pretty much done. But
We got this.
see if
This is
anything
the best
sets
jab.
up.
Ultimate jab. Right here, right now. Top Step TV. Click subscribe. Click like. We got top dollar coming in about 3 minutes or so. Some of these other prices. Gold 42.04. Last trade. There we have the Dow Minis YM. Oh, red. 48,000.
Yeah.
Red. And
They
from
open
the
it
top.
up and the market sell off.
Yep. All right, let's take a bit of a breather. Let's see what happens here at the top of the hour. That being said, yesterday's price action, tricky trade yesterday. So I ask you, Gabe, how did our live funded traders do P&Ls and payout wise? Because yesterday was a doozy. What's up, Gabe?
What's up? Good morning. It is a great day here in the markets. Of course, seeing a lot of price action to the downside, but our live funded traders yesterday did fairly well. Let's go ahead and start with the top 5 P&Ls from yesterday. This is November 12th trade date. We got Ann up top, took home about $23,000. We got Adiel, took home just a little under 17,000. Samuel is a consistent name, by the way, that we're seeing in the top 5 multiple times a month. So very consistent. Would love to maybe see his trading card pulled up and shoulder tap in the near future. Check in with him. But Samuel pulled in a little under 10K. Live mic trader actually 2 days in a row, $8,500, and Mariah just a little under 8K. So all real profits in those live funded accounts. Great work to those traders. And let's go ahead and hit these top 5 payouts. Now you'll see a familiar name in this top 5, but these are going to be your top 5 live funded payouts. We got Dan T took at $57,000 payout from that live funded account yesterday. We got Jonah, $22,755 straight to the bank. Quanta, $13,485. We got Jesus, just a little over 10K. And then we got Braden. That took a $9,000 payout out of that live funded account yesterday. So great to see people obviously pulling money out of the accounts, out of those markets. And that's the Top 5 live funded payouts and P&Ls from
Yeah.
yesterday, November 12th. Back to you guys.
Okay,
And
we're
Jesus.
we're long 2 MES from 68 3/4. As I point out, that's where if I go to the ES, that's where I have my lines drawn. Sorry. We're pretty much exactly where we V bounced on Monday. I figure it's worth a shot at it. We're not risking very much, just about $100.
Shout out
There's
to
your top.
Braden and Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't know Jesus was in the program. That is insane. Jesus, if you want to join Top Step TV anytime, anywhere, you come on here and Fast Markets, Power Hour, whenever. I'm messing with you, Gabe, but very cool. Great to see that. Braden, great job. Taking a payout here. 6807. Let's trade Hogue. Those 500 lots came in on that bid at 67.90.
Yep. Some buyers popped in there.
Bang, bang, bang.
6807 quarter.
We're long from 03.
Seeing some,
Oh,
some
We're,
bids in
we're long
gold
from
too
60.
here.
We're long from 6,800 3/4.
oh, 68. Oh, gotcha. Oh, nice. Okay. 68.75. Gotcha. In the order.
Well, that's even
60.
better.
Perhaps.
Mm.
Tilt.
Golden was back to settlement, Hogue.
Yep.
It's being a little.
He was that the low.
Lord, I hope so.
42.11. 42.11 last trade in gold. Thomas, let's shift your focus to gold. Do you see anything over there? Anything in the gold market?
Yeah, let's take a peek. I remember talking on the lunch segment that we were probably going to rip back to 4,200 to stop out all of these shorts that are getting really comfortable on this whole move down. We did that. We went a little bit higher. I didn't capture that day that we did. I think I had already locked out by that point. But here's the question. Is this the back to normal section where we will then continue to sell off? Because people are saying, okay, sell off's over. It's time to hop back in. And then, they all sort of get stopped out. Or is gold just getting started and we are going to pump in the next parabolic phase here up to 4,800? What do I think? Probably the back to normal.
What is back to normal? What's back to normal mean?
In stages of a bubble, I guess. I'm not calling gold a bubble, but it's the same looking chart where you have that first parabolic phase and then the big sell off. Once it gets back to close to the highs, but not quite the highs, it's sort of the back to normal phase. And then what typically happens after that is it sells back off towards the lows and then makes new lows from this area. If I had to guess, I would say that, but I just take it day by day. Like if I see a good hourly setup in the opposite direction, I'll take that, long or short.
Can you think? I'm trying to think of another example where we've seen something like that. That big hockey stick run up like we did in gold the last 2 months or so.
Yeah.
And stall out. I'm trying to think of another example where we've seen just it's a hyper rally. And
yeah, there's a lot of them in crypto. They have a lot of good charts
I was
there.
thinking crypto too, but
yeah. But that's to say, I'm not calling gold a bubble right now. I'm seeing a lot of crazy bullish signs. Like, did you see those pictures on Twitter where people were lining up to buy physical gold? Stuff like that. It's kind of like it gives that top kind of feeling, but that was a couple weeks ago, almost a month ago now. So if this is that area, it's going to be right here. We could just make new highs and keep going, but if I had to guess, I would say we're going to reverse somewhere in here under 4,300.
I love the level. I bailed. We made $9. We'll see if we make new lows there. It could rip to the upside, but
a lot of selling came in. They hammered those 6806s.
Nice trade, Jake. Nice trade, Jack.
Good cut.
$9 is $9 in Oak Park.
Better than me.
They're lining up to buy physical gold, you say, huh? And is that when the top is in?
Yeah, I guess. We'll see.
I mean, hey,
it was for October. Is it for 2025, 2026? I don't know.
Last trade 42. Oh, did you see any trade setups? Any trade setups in gold? Right at the moment, trading 42.08.
Just
Get
took a
on
look
check.
at VWAP.
How's it going? Just short.
How's VWAP doing?
VWAP said hi. Doing all right.
Wow.
Oh, yep.
Wow. Sweet. Are the lows in? Dakota loved that one. What's up, Dakota? How's it going? You got the runner
That got
all
me.
runners?
That got me. It took me a
Well, we
minute.
got the
That
runner
one
of
got
all
me.
runners
Oh,
on here. Now getting lower. Dakota looking for 25,000 evens, correct? You're short from much higher, and we're
yeah,
looking for 25,000.
486. I'm gonna start trailing this down, but I think there's a lot more room to the downside. We got Nvidia down 4%, Google down 2.75, Broadcom down 4.7, Tesla's down 5.5 still, Intel minus 4%. So, and here we are. We're headed to test these lows possibly.
Nice cut, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to turn around there, it's going to do it quick like it did the first time.
Yeah, counter trend. I'm saying counter trend. Get in, get out. I mean, they
Above
retraced that entire
19.
sell-off. They retraced that entire sell-off off the open.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
100%. And then just to sell, yeah, that is what I mean. Tom, what'd you get ticked out at yesterday, Jack? 52s. I say 52.
54s. It actually did come and go. It came back and printed like 2.5 points lower. Still was silly.
Yeah. That's one way. Silly. That's one way to put it. That's not what you would say back if you were on camera. If you were off camera, you would not call it silly at all.
Yeah, probably not.
67, 95, 96 is now trade. So 25,197, 196 in
Session
the
lows.
NQ now. New lows. We're in the 20.
We're only down 1.17% in the ES, 1.65 in the NQ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But
Kazoo,
We're down.
everything.
But
that's no news.
The AI is
what
getting
news?
smoked.
There's your bubble,
So
Thomas. There's your bubble. We'll too overvalued.
I haven't been following a lot of the AI stocks, to be honest.
Well, it's just the headline-driven numbers, overvaluation.
Oh yeah.
does this mean your favorite stock is on sale?
697 on 500. Hogue. Another one filled.
I see that.
Yeah.
Gone.
Filled.
We're maybe gonna close the session gap that creates the island bottom in the NASDAQ. If we get down to 25,173, that's going to close that session gap, and that's going to close out that island top, that island bottom.
197. Another 500 lots. 96 on 400.
173, 25,173.
Okay. Low volume node right there. All right, last trade 25,200. And the NQ. The way they downtick those new lows. Very. How about gold? Question mark. 4209 last trade.
We could be hanging around 4,200 for a while.
Yeah, this weakness in the equities has put a bid under gold, or it seems to have.
Right. Yeah, Hogue, they're going to ask, what is an island bottom? Can you go full screen to an island bottom real quick? Just show them real. What's an island bottom?
Yep. So I'm going to show you on the 30-minute, maybe a 1 hour chart. So if you go to regular trading hours, there, okay. Now I'm going to take off all of the other. So here's an island bottom. The market opens with a session gap lower. Okay. Now this is a little bit extended. Okay. This is the to the close. So if you look at regular trading hours, the regular trading hours, we have a session gap to a day session range, and then we have a gap above a day session range. So that creates a gap in front of it and a gap behind it, which creates an island bottom. Maybe it's better on a 30. So yeah, here's the island, here's the gap to, and then the gap away from this is a single day island bottom. It can be several days. If you gap lower in range and then gap higher from that, that creates the island bottom, and it's a good reversal pattern. We were talking this morning on the opening call about, okay, if we're looking at this as an island bottom and it's a reversal pattern, how good of a job is the market doing moving away from it? It wasn't doing a very good job of that. It hasn't been bringing volume. Open interest has been weak. Doesn't surprise me that the market is going to come back and try and fill in those little weaknesses in structure that it left behind here before looking for another move, either higher or a continuation move to the downside. Hope that makes sense.
Good stuff, Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Tapping on the lows again in the ES.
Yeah, they're trying here.
An island bottom.
London close in 19 minutes. 19 minutes. We are learning. Andrea's learning. I learn every day from this guy. Still. Island bottom. Island Mike. Where's Island Mike been?
Around a little more.
It's Michael. Yes, he is. I wonder if he's training up today. Michael, if you're watching, jump on him.
Jump on in.
James, you got the slack? All right, cool. Let me know when we're good to go. 67.97. 67.97 last trade. Ugh, trying to put the bottoms in here.
The island bottom. That is.
Island boys. Those guys. Thomas.
Freestyle, Dre.
Those guys are wild. Thomas, how are we looking? Any setups right now? Again, you're looking for an A+ setup essentially, right? That's
and I don't.
That's essential.
I don't. I only think there's going to be B's from here on out. Like it's not the right time anymore. The volatility's starting to die down. I think we're still going to head lower, or at least not have a significant bounce. We did have one, but it was at 9:45. Missed the short. Tried to get long a couple times. Right into the short. Was up a bit. Was down a bit, and now it's 3 trades of an L, and that's probably my day. I don't have much room anyways to the DLL.
So here's kind of an opportunity based off the initial balance low and then in the NASDAQ.
Thanks, Jack.
Market opens, sets the initial balance. We close this 30-minute bar below the initial balance. The next 30-minute bar trades back to the initial balance low and finds sellers there. You can actually see it here on the 5-minute chart. So there it is. The close of the 30-minute bar closes back to the initial balance low. It actually misses it by 2 points, leaves 2 points of single prints, and then you see the continuation to the downside.
That's the play.
We're just about
That's the point.
At 67.88 would be where the opening print from the Globex Open on Sunday night in the ES.
Yeah, micro Bitcoin looks sketchy. It's hanging on for dear life with these 101,000 level right now. We got more coming. Hogue is back. That means group coaching is going to be next level because Hogue's back. With that being said, I'm throwing James, come on in here. What do we have for the rest of the day at Top Step TV and maybe a little bit of news? What's up, James?
Absolutely, Andre. Oh, you island traders, you make the rockin' world go round. And today I'm here to talk to you about Top Step X. That's not right. I'm here to talk to you about Top Step TV on X. Sorry, the X gets thrown around a lot lately. But here on X, on the Top Step TV account, You can find everything you need. You can find highlight reels, best of clips, giveaways, and more, all on our Twitter account, or X, Twix, as Eddie liked to call it. Whatever you may call it, you can find us there. You can get up-to-date information on next week's schedules. We post who is on when. You can also watch Top Step TV right there on X. Did you know that? If for whatever reason you despise YouTube, you can watch it on X as well, wherever you go. Keep us in your pocket at all times. Top Step TV, 24/7, 365 days a week, forever. But you can start on Top Step X. Also, later today at 12:15, group coaching is back. You saw Hogue is back in the driver's seat today, so he is back to work at group coaching. We missed in the past couple days, and we know we got a lot of user-submitted questions tailored directly to Hogue. Well, today is your day. He'll be sitting down with Vince and Hoop to answer your questions live. And if you want the chance to get your question read live here on Top Step TV, well, you're in luck. We're going to have Dolby drop a link in the chat, and it's going to get pinned to the top of the chat. And you're going to have let's call it a couple hours or so to ruminate on your thoughts, come up with a group coaching question, submit it in that doc, and they'd be back here in your seat at 12:15 p.m. Central Time. And oh yeah, Shoulder Tap is back today at 12. So if you missed your favorite segment yesterday, you got today to make up for it. So Shoulder Tap at noon, followed by group coaching with Hogue, Vince, and Hoop at 12:15. This is that tradertainment, entertainment, education you can only get on Top Step TV, so don't go anywhere else. And hey guys, we've been talking a lot about the US government shutdown, but guess what? The federal government is open again today. Let's hear it! That's right, that's after the House passed a stopgap funding bill last night, and the president signed it shortly after that. Washington might feel far away from many Americans, but the ramifications are hitting home, as Amy Kiley reports.
The reopening of the government is having real-world impacts on Americans today. More services are becoming available again with the return of furloughed federal employees. They're set to get back pay, and some experts predict an economic rebound.
Even though it gets made up in the measured GDP data, the real human impact is never fully recovered.
For people on Obamacare, the reopening could mean their health insurance costs will more than double. The bill does not guarantee an extension of expiring subsidies. Democrats vow to keep fighting.
Either Republicans finally decide to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits this year, or the American people will throw Republicans out of their jobs next year.
The House Speaker says he wants program reforms first.
I'm not going to guarantee a vote on ACA unreformed COVID-era subsidies that is just a boondoggle to insurance companies and robs the taxpayer. We got a lot of work to do on that.
It's unclear when flight schedules will return to normal, but SNAP benefits should be available again soon.
Food should not be up for a bargain. Everyone should have the right to eat.
For many programs, the bill provides funding through January. The president is urging Senate Republicans to reduce Democrats' power in the chamber before then.
If we had the filibuster terminated, this would never happen again.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
All right. Thank you very much. We are back. Andre's taking a little break. I'm taking another shot long 2 MES from 6801. I may cut it really quick for a small loss, but I may keep on doing this. Look like we're consolidating here.
Just looking for those 68.
You still short, Dakota? Yeah, I'm looking for the Globex open, hopefully, to hold. But let's see.
Yeah. Yep.
What's your ultimate target here, Dakota?
25,000. I'm just gonna keep trailing this down because this market, it's pretty weak. I mean, Tesla's almost down 6% now. Broadcom, I mean, this market's not finding a bid. We're trying to.
No, it's not. I have a few levels where I'll try it, take small losses, and then hopefully catch some kind of a rebound. We missed our first opportunity. We're tapping on the lows again in the ES. What do you see in here, Hogue? Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
See money, take money like you did last time if you get the chance. It's looking all short to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you say? It always looks worse at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, that is absolutely true. Absolutely. An opening
In my
range is a
defense, I'm
dead
not
high.
trying to just buy lows.
No, of course.
Was that one big bounce? All we'll get today. Time will tell. What do we got going on in the tilt? 58% long ES, 56 long NQ, 70% long gold.
We keep trying to
Trade
hold,
around
but
67.75 in the SPX. We can get some new options levels.
173.
It's probably got another 100 points in it on the downside, I'd say. Thank you.
yeah, 100 points or more.
We're 9 points from closing that gap.
Are you just going to keep trailing that down, or do you ever look for reversal patterns? Do you care about the candlestick patterns at all? Or
If I was in multiple contracts, I'll take another one off here at this level. I like this level to take one for profit. It's these 220s I was looking for, and we're just kind of consolidating here for a minute. But just because I have one contract on, right, where you have a decision to be all the way in or all the way out, then I'm going to continue just to trail this until I start to see bullish market structure. And then what's bullish market structure? Well, in the 5 minute, it would be higher highs and higher lows, right? So bearish market structure, lower low. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a push up, make a lower high, and then maybe a push down, and then look for that market structure. What I don't want to see is if we do get it'd be something like this. Like say we rally here, then we get a low, and then we make a higher low, and now we start to find that bullish market structure
Yep.
and start to break. That's where I say, okay, it's not enough. I'm looking to trail my stop. You can see I'll slowly start to bring it down, but we're seeing a lot of consolidations around this level, which makes sense on why Jack's looking for a long. If this is very similar to that 6,800 level in the ES, then longs could be very tempting here if we can continue to consolidate. But I'm watching the hateful eight, we call them, or the Mag 7, these big tech stocks, and there's just no buyers in sight right now.
Getting murdered.
Videos, yeah, it's just right across the board. Nasdaq, I hate saying only, but Nasdaq's only down 1.6%. When we have Nvidia down 4%, we have Tesla down, almost 6, Broadcom almost 6, Google down 2%, Amazon down almost 2%. Apple is green or just break even, but
They're
it's
not AI.
not unrealistic to see Nasdaq down 2% today.
No, not at all. That's always possible.
Well, it seems like you gave it a lot of room too. Like that morning pullback came pretty close to your entry, or it was.
That's when I added.
Yeah,
and chat did not like that ad.
No, they didn't.
Up here at the top of that move.
Still valid. I mean, it was still a valid trade.
Yeah, that's why I did. It was cheapish, right? Like it's like, okay, it's gonna stop me out. It's gonna stop me out. But I'm gonna add because I like it. We broke down, and then it got me in a risk-free trade because
I think that was my problem because we were talking about those shorts. I think I just didn't give it enough room, and then once I got stopped out, I was trying to take longs on that. Like after your ad, I was trying to long it on the way down. I think I just bias flipped, and I don't usually bias flip that quickly, so I think that was the problem. And then pretty much did what we said all the way down to 250s, 230s. That's a crazy move.
All right, getting a little bit of a bounce here. Been struggling to get through these 6,800s. Someone really liked this level on Monday. Are they still here?
This is two micros, Jack?
Yes, 2 MES.
Nice.
All right, looking across the board.
Definitely see what you're looking at, Jack. I definitely see what you're looking at.
Each one of these bounces just gets sold off.
Yeah, like I don't like how it keeps on rejecting at those 6,800s. Selling strong today.
It's not a small rejection either. Here in the Nasdaq, that's 50 points up, 50 points right back down.
Does someone know what are the bond yields around 4.1? Nothing special there. Are we still short that gold, Hug?
Yeah.
How's that
Hanging
looking?
in. It just keeps looking at VWAP. It's coming off a little bit now. We've got there's no risk on it, so we're just gonna let it fly. We're still holding inside of value, showing signs of acceptance of value from yesterday. We'll see what happens. I will not Lenny. I will not Lenny it. I
Thou
will
shalt
not
not
Lenny
Lenny.
it. Thou
Hey,
shalt
welcome back,
not
Dre.
Lenny.
Hey, thank you, Jack. Long couple MES London close in 4 minutes. Micro Bitcoin grinding lower here, closing in on 100,000, 800 bucks to go.
Is that whale in the
Lows.
position, that wallet? You know,
Unless it just, I was checking that. Unless it just changed.
okay, I haven't
He was
checked
No
it.
long.
positions.
I thought he was
He
long.
was,
like 2
yeah,
days
he
ago.
was, but he liquidated that.
Okay.
Okay.
Gold back to 62.0. I'm sorry, gold 42.08 in gold last trade. 42.09 is now 50-50 tilt. So we got London close in 4 hours, 4 minutes. Hello.
Whoa.
4 hours. That'd be quite a preview there. Again, we got EIA crude inventory numbers at the top of the hour. Reason being, typically on a Wednesday. On Thursday, there was a bank holiday this week, so it's today now. Kashkari has concluded. Next,
It's 4 hours from now if you're in Hawaii.
Well, no, it's
Where
still
time
no.
stands still.
It's still. Shout out to Chad. Aloha. Again, I got the crude numbers at the top of the hour. We have Musalem speaking 11:15 Central Time, and then Ham 5 minutes after 11:20 a.m. Central. Dakota's still short, correct?
Yes. Yep. And I'll start trailing it here soon. Just watching this market structure. Looks like we're in kind of a consolidation mode the last 30 minutes or so. It's been by these 25 200s, sell 250s. Jack's looking at the same thing on the ES. Looking at what is it, 6800s, and settling down just a little bit. But every bounce that I see here is just getting sold
it's getting
off.
sold. Reminder all my European friends, you have 2.5 minutes to close your shorts.
Is that where the bottoms?
Preferably in the ES.
I see what you're doing there, Jack.
Yeah.
Just a friendly reminder. In about 2 minutes, yes. Those that are
You want to go hit the pub. You want to go eat a ham and butter sandwich. Yeah. You want to
ham and butter sandwich?
Take 6 weeks off. You don't want to hold short.
Man, no. Yeah, they may be looking to buy this thing up a little bit. Seeing that here in the NASDAQ, 25,220, 40 points.
Let's see what happens in gold here.
Yeah.
Getting a little tired of holding this.
Are they going to buy it? Is this the dip to buy? Is this the dip to buy? Apple question. Good question. Was today just another no particular reason sell-off? Now, yes. I'll say yeah.
Well, I think it's a continuation of like the bearish, it's rotation and the bearish AI sentiment. And like Monday was almost maybe kind of like not a dead cat bounce. These companies are hugely valued, but there's that huge ripper up. I think Palantir is the perfect example. If I were to pull up that stock, it was up like 10% on Monday and then has given it all back and then some the last 2 days.
So how long is this is hating on tech companies going to last, Jack?
Hopefully
it was
one
long
more
live
minute.
video.
Well,
30 seconds.
you know what's next week, right? Nvidia earnings. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
They're gonna crush. They're gonna crush. 6,800 on 500 just came in. Filled on the bid. See a lot of 500 lots coming in right around these levels.
Yeah, my boys are getting in the car with me. Let's go.
2 seconds. One didn't close. A lot of volume down here, Hogue. Look at the volume profile between.
Yeah.
What we got? 95s and 6800s.
Yep.
Longer it dances
95
around down here.
6840, 6804. That $10 range right there. Negative 3,300 in Delta, negative 1,500 in the NASDAQ in Delta. So it's not necessarily real deep. I'm seeing both sides trade in this market.
Sure are. NASDAQ, my goodness. Wow. NASDAQ 25,215. 214 is now trade. We just popped up to the 30s. And they sold 3211 last trade in gold. House count still short, correct, Hogue? Short that one?
Yeah. Yeah. Haven't landed it yet.
Wow, there is a lot of size trade around here in the NQ. No, I don't know if size, but prices are definitely flying around.
Yeah, it's definitely wiggly here.
Yeah, Thomas, we're seeing this little bit of consolidation here in the lows in the NQ. About 40 points off the lows, 25,224. Is there any size? I should rephrase the question. Are there any A plus setups perhaps developing around here?
Yeah, let me check the hourly here. So we made a new low in the hourly, and we reclaimed that low. So maybe if we can hold for the rest of the hour, I'd consider getting long around that area. So 25,200. A plus would mean it would have to line up with a 5-minute, a 15-minute at the same time. So if that can happen, maybe 1205, 1215, get a setup around 25,205, somewhere in there. I'd consider it long, but at the moment, we're not seeing any bounces, really. There's no bids. Volume is tapering off. Not sure if we're going to get that at 12. Maybe later in the day, we'll get a bounce. But I got to line up the hourly with like a 5 or a 15, as I was saying earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So the 1 hour line with the 15 or the 5, and that price again. Show me
Yeah, around that 25,200.
25,200. Okay.
Pretty much the bottom. If this hour closes under that, like if we make new lows again, I'll probably wait a few more hours, check around 2 o'clock, see if there's a long opportunity. But otherwise, just come back, try to hit it again tomorrow.
Yeah, you get that afternoon short covering rally sometimes.
No, I know.
Yep. Lunchtime has been electric.
It has been. It absolutely has been price movement as well. Well, Hogue, you jumped onto a moving train today. Good to have you back. Got more Hogue coming again. Group coaching questions pinned to the top of the chat. Get those questions in for those coaches, but you got to go get ready for morning recap, Hogue. You got a lot of recapping to do. So good to have you back, Hogue. See you in a little bit.
Yeah. Great to see everybody. Thomas, nice to meet you. Looking
as well.
forward to seeing more of you. And we'll see you guys later. See you in a little bit for the recap.
Yeah, right, Hogue. Good stuff, Hogue. Hogue's back. Again, group coaching questions pinned to the forms pinned to the top of the chat. You can get that anywhere else besides Top Step TV. Brandon said free. Kept saying for free yesterday.
Premium.
Yes, it is. Again, Hogue, Vince, and Hoop in group coaching. That will be 12:15 Central. 12:15 Central time. Here, try to push it a little higher
See
here.
those buyers stepping in again.
Yeah, they're a little better at not getting whacked down at 6,800, although it's still happening. Okay, that's good. I like to see that.
Yeah, that's looking a lot better for you, Jack. Look at that.
London close. This is it. Let me close. 60. So what's the target, Jack?
Let me go to my chart with my lines.
505.
68.20 or thereabouts for one, and then probably just do the same thing Dakota is, where just trailing the other. We've had a lot of lunch V bounces.
We have.
I mean, you can see what it did last time. It checked this level on Monday. You know, it rallied. Oh, like 70 points. Oh man, this is moving around.
Crude pop. Some just popped in crude.
Ooh, yeah, we got a little bit of a tape bomb right there.
Yes. Oh, what happened there?
20 points.
We got there. Crude popped up to about 59s. Now they're hitting the bid in the ES. What was it? Going on MBT? Nope. 25,238,232.29s now print in the NASDAQ. ES back to 6,800s. We were just trading 60.
There's a little hope there.
Officials present Trump with military options for Venezuela. This is CBS reporting. Officials present Trump with military options for Venezuela.
Okay, I just closed it. I don't want to F around with that. We lost like $30, but like,
you saw it. I mean,
it could be right. That's unfortunate. I would like to hold this, but
yeah,
that's not what I needed.
Nah, no. And we saw the pop in crude. Crude just popped like that, and equities turned around. Gold popped there, but ES just sold off about 5 or 10 points just like that. NASDAQ sold off about 40 points just like that. Now NASDAQ seeing some selling. 25,200 trades.
Just when things were looking promising.
No.
But I don't want to mess with that.
It seems like a 2% down day here in the Nasdaq.
That's just going to get the party started. The down.
Break through these lows.
I'd have to do that to me.
That last hourly candle is not looking good for
that
long
the headline,
pieces.
Yeah. Hourly's not looking so good. Okay. A little headline like that. I mean, or just another reason to sell. Is that just another reason to keep pushing this thing lower?
Maybe.
Thomas, what changed on the 1 hour? We're trading 25,200. 5 minute or 15 minute probably look pretty decent for this level. The 1 hour, something changed. If you don't mind showing us.
Yeah, right here. So we're flirting with that low again. We were just under it like 10 seconds ago, and now we're reclaiming it again. If you were thinking about a long, you probably need some sort of confluence on the higher time frames here. Like we are at that gap fill. And then if you consider this a Sino reversal, it's a piece of evidence for the long. But honestly, looking at this chart, I don't get too happy about the long. I would still be looking short until it's confirmed as per your system that it might reverse. But as of now, until the hour, the hour closes, I don't think it's a great long, obviously, yet. There's an argument for the risk reward. It's obviously a lot more risk reward on the long here if your target was the gap fill. But again, no real setup to get long for me yet.
Nice cut, Jack. Good stuff, Thomas.
Try and stay in it to keep firing it. I'm pretty proud that we are scratch after longing twice here.
100%. It's looking good too. 25,205. I mean,
all right. Well, we're back down to the 190s. Do we hold?
I think too, our news was a little slow. I think that's what whacked it up at the where to get up to, like 68.08 or something. I was feeling really good about the trade right there, and I think that smackdown was the news bots.
Yep, there was a lot of shortcut. Yeah,
that's okay.
Headline like that, that's just gonna work its way through.
All right. New session
And new
lows.
lows.
Yep.
New lows. There we
There
go.
he
That
goes.
headline, again, the headline that turned this thing around, maybe it's turn around attribute to, again, officials present Trump with military options for Venezuela. Venezuela, see new lows coming in here in the NQ, maybe 25,176. New lows in the ES, 67.89.5. Nice cut, Jack. Nice no trade, Thomas. Good reading all around. Dakota's been short.
Feel great about that. We are
nice trade.
right at Globex Open, 67.88. We're 1 point away from that. Then we're heading into, are we going to fill the gap in the ES?
New 5 minute. There we go.
Gotta be
New
quick,
lows.
Dre. We
I
got
mean,
stopped out there. So I'm happy.
New lows, 67.86.
More lows.
And
More
we are
lows.
picking up to the downside. Crude catching a bid now as well. Driving this thing along lower in the equities.
Right now, down 2.25% from the all-time highs in the ES or the
What's 3% again?
SPX.
What's 3%? What's that price, give or take? 67.
I have to do some math.
All good.
It's easy math. 3% would be like 67.40. I said it before.
Yep. Okay. 6740.
So that would fill the gap too.
Someone asking, why am I in a short? I can explain it again. I don't mind.
I bet you don't mind. Go ahead, explain it, Dakota.
I don't mind at all, right?
I wouldn't mind explaining this one either. Go ahead, Dakota. Take it away.
So, for the past, all this week, we've been hanging out around this 500 to 700 level, right? We've been in this zone. That has been a nice consolidation. We also can take a look at a shoulder, head, and shoulders pattern. We've tested these lows not once, twice, three, you could argue four, and then today was the fifth. So a breakdown of this level, and then we had this gap from the Sunday open. That was my first target there. So as we started to sell off, I'm a firm believer in technical analysis, where you could easily get a breakdown, a retest, and then that continuation. I talked about it before it happened, all in front of everybody. If we zoom in, we could zoom in to say like a 1 minute chart, and you could see it in a lot more detail. You could see that originally what happened was I got into my first short this morning. We had that breakdown, we had the retest, and now we got that continuation. Obviously, if you zoom out, you could see where we broke through that level of support. And there's the breakdown, the retest, and the continuation. The nice thing that happened here was that I was originally in one contract. We broke down, we pulled all the way back up. I added to it, and then we got that continuation. I took profit for one, and then I'm just going to trail this last one as a runner. And now that's put in a nice level of resistance that I feel comfortable trailing my stop. So there's a nice level of resistance that we failed to break above, and now that looking for just continuation. The next level I have is going to be just that big round number, 25,000. 25,000 here in the NASDAQ. We're down 1.75%. I could see us down 2%, to be honest. And I mean, Tesla's down 6.5% right now almost.
Oh boy.
So we'll see.
Hey, Wheat. Good to see Wheat back there. Wheat is Dakota's trying to match Braden and have a dope trade on TSTV. He said, hold my beer, watch this. Dakota, are you indeed trying to go for the record of a 400-point banger downside? Is that in the back of your mind at all? Seeing this in the chat.
No, that's no. I want to see traders succeed. I'm sure there's recordings here on YouTube back in April where there's some 500, 600 point bangers that we were having on air. There's a lot of crazy volatility, but most important part is just being able to show the traders on air just proper risk management, proper trading. And what Braden did this week, just in micros, it's a thing of beauty, and it's something traders should see. Hey, somebody's able to trade, take advantage of these market movements with micros, and get rewarded for it.
If we get it, if we just did happen to get to 25,000 evens, that would be 400 points. So I mean, just something maybe might have some story developing there, Dakota.
Getting closer, about 13 points above 67.50 in the SPX. I like that. This news is kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, again, that headline: officials present Trump with military options for Venezuela. Market reacted. Indeed, we were walking it up after the London close. And sellers did come back in and made new lows, 67.83 in the ES. The new lows there in the NASDAQ is 25,159. Again, top there, we have those EIA crude inventory numbers. Those are always a hoot. Expected a 1.5 million barrel surplus. Typically, those numbers don't come anywhere close to the forecasted number. Yes. Okay. Are you having fun, Thomas? Are you happy you came on here?
Yeah,
Are you
no, it's a
happy?
good time. I obviously wish I performed a little better, but no, it's been a good time.
100%. Are you done for the day, or will you try to trade your way out of this thing?
I might try, but I mean, if I use one mini, we're talking about a 6-point stop on NQ. That's 10 times smaller than I usually use. So
sure,
I could try with micros, and try to make up $500 of this, but I'm okay being down 2K. I'm just at that point with my risk. Like I said, that's just 2 trades for me most of the time. Being down 1,500, 2K is not out of the ordinary for me on my red days.
Absolutely. Again, Thomas.
The biggest thing today was I bias flipped after getting stopped out, and I was using too tight a stops. So if I could give any advice to people, is just make small changes to your system at a time. Don't do anything too crazy and try to follow it. And then when you make the small changes, track it over time. Don't just change it randomly in the day because you get stopped out or something. So
sure,
that's what I did wrong.
Fantastic. I want to get to know you a little bit of your trading background. How long have you been trading for?
Oh man, I've been in markets maybe 11 years.
Nice.
Started with
I could tell
penny stocks and didn't do too well. I had like one big winner, and that's what got me hooked on the markets, and didn't really make that much money. Rode a crypto pump, ended up losing it all, ended up making some of it back, most of it back, and then profitable with futures in the last 2 years. This year was my sort of breakthrough, like massively profitable year, I guess. Last year was closer to break even. Before that, I was losing. So,
well, let me ask you a question, Tom. We see that or hear that a lot. How'd you get into futures? And it's typically we hear that story. Crypto, forex, penny stocks, and they lose. You catch that one winner. You come over. Why are futures always like third or second on that progression? And then you find success. What? Just unfamiliarity. What do you think is happening there? When people stay with futures, right? They stay. When people stay with futures,
yeah,
right?
and the prop firm model makes it easy. Yeah, and the prop firm model makes your risk and sort of easier to manage your risk and sort of along the time you're in the market and make mistakes. Make enough mistakes, make change things, and then finally make enough mistakes that you change things, and then finally end up making money. So I don't know. I guess they're very popular right now too. Everyone's talking about them, and just easier to manage risk. Options are difficult. They have all these like Greeks with them, like decay and all this stuff. So they're a little more complicated. But I just like futures because it's very like defined risk reward. There's no theta. There's no time burn. None of that stuff.
Capital, access to capital.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. $330,000 accounts. That's where this whole idea came from. $30,000. True.
Is that on the cash market yet? Is that on Poly Market yet? When MP comes on, will we say that yes or no? We need to get that market.
I knew him I just got to know him in the last $30,000 account.
Holly Market, will Tom hit his daily loss limit on stream today? Yes.
Hey.
No. Well, I'm talking about when MP comes on stream.
No. Did you wait? Did you hit it? You're not there yet,
No,
Tom.
no, we got 100 in a bit.